Hi guys, welcome in. We're just gonna let a few more people get in here and then we'll start on the show. All right, sweet. Norbert, you just accepted as speaker. Amazing. We can get started as more people funnel in. Welcome everyone. We are here to discuss the education, empower, and expansion of communities within the Metis region. My name's Kat. I work at the Metis Layer 2, and I help Irina, who is head of marketing or the DC of marketing for the foundation, with events and just some marketing materials. So we can go ahead and start. Nicki, since you're the lady, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us how you joined Metis and what region you're from and representing?
Sure, thank you, Gab. Hi, everyone. Well, as Gab said, I'm Nicki. I've been working in Metis since last year. I work in the region of LATAM, so I'm managing MetisLATAM. I joined Metis last year after meeting part of the team and working in a side event of LATAM, one of the biggest conferences here in Latin America. And I started as an ambassador, and then I saw that we could do much more in this region as Metis. So I became the community manager of MetisLATAM.
Thank you. And then next we can go with Yaroslav.
Yes. Hello, guys. Do you hear me? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So my name is Yaroslav. I'm working at Metis more than 2 years, and I'm joining the team before the release of the token and the launch of the mainnet. So this is very interesting story. I saw the ambassadors program announcement from Metis in 2021, which was managed by Pavel Sinelnikov, and applied. So the next day, the CEO of Metis, Elena Sinelnikova, invited me to the call, and I was pleasantly surprised that I could talk with her in my native language. So 2 days later, I became an ambassador, and after a month of my active interaction with the team, I was invited to Metis and became the leader of the ambassadors department and also the community manager in the CIS region, which has been developing for 2 years already. So active work and involvement as well as good results allowed me to become a full member of the Metis team. Thank you.
Thanks, Yaroslav. And then we'll move on to Norbert, please.
Yeah, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kat, for hosting this event, and I'm thrilled to share what we are doing at Africa. And first of all, just like all you know, my name is Norbert, and I'm the Communications and Africa lead at Metis. I happen to be one of the very few first joiners of Metis, and I've been leading the community since 2021. We grew so much bigger that at the moment we have many regional communities, and we have about 12, if I could count correct, because of many reasons. We built a hub for MetisAfrica, and at the moment we have 3 teams which are leading the African hub for Metis, and we also have other regional managers, regional communities which are managed by ambassadors.
Awesome. Thank you, Norbert. So we can just go ahead and start moving into the questions, and feel free. Oh. Norbert, do you mind muting while you're not speaking? Thank you. So we can start off with the first question, and feel free to answer at whichever pace you feel. So to the 3 of you, what do you guys like about community building in your regions?
I can
Yes,
go
Nicki,
if
please
you want.
go ahead our girl.
Thank you, Yara. I like building community in LATAM because we are really passionate about the technology and Web3. So I can find people that feels the same as me about Web3, crypto, and how this can change the economy in several other areas in LATAM. So I like to find people that will love to be part of this and be part of this change. Um, I also think that community is really important for the projects because you will find someone that is that really alienates with the values of your company and the ethos you have and what you want to build. So once you have that people with you and that the person with you, and you make them part of the journey of building, they will help you grow and they will let you know if you are doing something that won't end up as good as you think. And I think that community is the key for that. Yeah, I think that also building communities are a really great way to learn from others. I have a lot to learn. I still have a lot to learn, so I think that building community and talking with others is a great way to keep growing myself.
Thank you, Nicki. So I can go next, yes?
Of course.
Okay, so the questions what I like about community building. Yes, firstly, let me describe what does mean Metis CIS because probably some of us didn't understand. CIS, Metis CIS, it's developing regional direction in Metis, which aim to crypto enthusiasts, projects, and developers from the largest Russian-speaking countries. It's, for example, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and etc. So it's a really big region with millions of potential users. So my big experience as a community manager before the Metis, it was like largest cryptocurrency exchange OKX in my region. Before I got to Metis, allowed me to learn the big entire sector, as well as the best practices for attracting users to the community. So during my work on this exchange and with CS community I held dozens of AMA sessions with the world's largest projects, including Telegram Open Network, Solana, Polkadot, and others. So I think that the most effective tool I use is like cross-marketing with other projects and communities in my area. So online AMA sessions, various live streams, trading competition with big exchanges. For example, recently I had an event plus AMA with a prize pool more than $4,000, which we organized jointly with the BitGet Russian community and their exchange, which bring around 100 users in our community. So yes, I think it's that what I like the most, and I think I like the most in community building. That's all. Thank you, Norbert. Please go next.
Sure, thank you, Yaroslav. I think you said enough. Just to add a little to what my colleague said earlier on, is that Web3 is centered on community, right? And at Metis, our main aim is to build a hub for Web3 economy. And you can't do that without being individual-centric. That's the reason and one motivation for us to build a very good and strong community. And so what I really love in Web3 and community building is the sense of belonging, the sense of ownership, and the sense of togetherness. because when you chime into our Metis Telegram group, you could see that we help each other with new users trying to navigate our ecosystem. We help each other participate in events. Although we don't meet regularly in person, we still meet virtually during most of our activities, and we share the passion of one goal. And so what really interests me in building this hub, especially in Africa, is because I've seen the potential in us aiming for Metis. That is to build a hub. And with the hub, we have a hub in CIS, we have the hub in LATAM, we have a hub in Africa, the West, East, almost everywhere. And that is one thing I think we are doing very well at Metis. Being centered on the individual, being a hub to accept and receive almost everybody. We are not really taking some people off or being choosing favorites, right? We are open to all forms of community members, either newbies, either developer community, people who just want to trade, people who just want to use our protocol. I've seen people and interacted with people who wanted to just navigate our testnet and see how they can just build something on the testnet, not really on the mainnet. And those people are also welcome. And so one thing that really interests me, and I'm happy that we do so well at Metis, is the fact that we receive almost everybody, regardless of the region, regardless of what he is seeking for, regardless of the purpose that they've joined our community. And so we are really centered on the individual. Thank you.
Thanks, Norbert. That's super duper true. Everything that we do comes down to the end user, your guys' usability, and how we can help you guys move forward in whatever it is you want to do in Web3. So we always appreciate the community's feedback and input. Going forward, so also in your guys' opinion, how is blockchain and crypto developing in your guys' regions? Has anything changed in the pace of growth in the past 2 or 3 years? Anything that you guys have observed, please share it. Whomever wants to start, Nicki Yaroslav or Norbert?
Yeah, I can take this one on first.
Sure.
Absolutely. Crypto adoption in Africa currently is very, very huge. And it would interest you to know that even governments, even countries have started building environments to foster adoption of crypto. And statistically, I was reading in the news that over the span of 11 months in 2021, we had about 21,000 growth in crypto usage in Africa alone. And it would also interest you to know that even on Binance, being the biggest spot exchange in the world, most of the sports trade was contributed by African traders. And this is really impressive, looking at how many Africans are unbanked, and there is most of our population is the youth. The energy and the drive is there. And so we could see that also in the adoption process, right? And so in Africa, there is a movement. That's how I can put it, with crypto adoption. And one of the universities here in Ghana have started rolling out blockchain courses where they take blockchain as a university course where you can earn a degree in blockchain development. This is a very big step because we know that it's mostly in the West and East that universities have taken these initiatives. But then this is also happening in Africa. And so things are really interesting down here and things are really moving fast. Not only are we at the user end, currently we also have builders. And I've personally interacted with more than 50 blockchain projects personally that are being developed by Africans. And I was also reading about, you all know about Su Network. And yeah, they raised more than $400 million in funding. And it was by African developers. So these are some things that we need to really pay attention to. That this is becoming a hub for not only big tech companies, but builders as well. And people are finding it interesting to even come here, find projects that are interesting, and even partner or collaborate with them. And so crypto adoption in Africa, Kat, is doing very, very well. And I foresee enormous and exponential growth also in the coming years. Thank you.
Yeah, so hey everyone, it's Crypto Games here. So I live part-time in Canada and the other part-time in the US. I really spent 6 months going back and forth, and I can tell you, I've been in crypto now for, I would say, about a few years, back when Bitcoin was actually $3,000, $4,000, so quite a while. And I can tell you that crypto adoption used to be pretty strong in Canada, where I am. I'm actually in Montreal, and I go back and forth to Toronto a lot. But I can tell you that crypto adoption was big here in Canada, and just recently, because of the regulations that have been changing in the U.S. and Canada, with Binance they're going to be kicked out of Canada in about I don't know, I would say early September. So that's actually changing a lot in terms of crypto adoption here in Canada. And the US, of course, the regulations are always changing. One day they're banning it, one day they're accepting Bitcoin ETFs. So I believe that that is going to be changing for both US and Canada a lot. And I can tell you, I've been to many conferences, Bitcoin North America conference. I've been to the one in Vegas. I've been to the one in Miami. I've been to the one in Toronto. So I can tell you that crypto adoption, even though it's not crazy here in Canada or the US, I've been to these conferences, and I can tell you that year over year, crypto adoption is going higher and higher. I've spoken to a lot of people, and I can see a very, very bright future for Web3 here in the US and in Canada. And as soon as they manage to figure out the regulations on both sides, I think you're going to see an absolute explosion in crypto here and there. And just attending these conferences, I can tell you, speaking with everyone, I've spoken to developers, I've spoken to different projects, I have friends in the crypto industry, and I can tell you, it feels like something very, very big is happening. Same thing with AI, obviously. I think there's something massive is happening, and so it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before North America figures out the legalization of how they want to go forward with regulating markets. But once those markets are regulated and the few big players get positioned and get in, and they start opening the door, I think the floodgates are just going to open up everywhere. The same they're opening up, as Norbert said, in parts of Africa and in parts of South America, where they've already legalized it in different jurisdictions, where they use it to buy everything, including McDonald's. I see Bitcoin ATMs popping up everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's another Bitcoin ATM. So it's all about money. And it's only a matter of time now that I think we're only a few years away from massive crypto adoption. So I think we all just need to hold on and keep developing our own ecosystem and developing our own relationships within crypto, and really being able to go out and build a community by making who we are and what we stand for really, really well known among the community. I think we should be attending every crypto conference, and we should be speaking to everyone, and we should have a presence everywhere. And when people talk about layer 2 scaling solutions, or when people talk about different crypto projects, I think Metis should be one that should be on everybody's lips, and everyone should have eyeballs on, because we really do have a fantastic product. With hybrid rollups and all the things that are happening right now with ZK. With secret ZK projects and MIPS and all that. So like anything that's happening right now, it's very, very big. And I think that people just need to get information on what we're doing. And I can see it being huge all around the world.
Awesome. Thanks for your input. For anyone who has a question at any time, please feel free to request to be a speaker, and we'll get to your question. But we'll move forward into Yaroslav and Nicki's input on the blockchain developments.
Okay. Also, thank you, James, for sharing your thoughts. So regarding my region, and developing. So Ukraine and Russia for now the top 1 and top 2 countries in the world according to the confirmed statistic by the number of holders and approximately every 10th resident of these countries have a cryptocurrency. And I think this is huge potential, and the CIS, in the CIS, most countries have already legalized cryptocurrency, which help us to develop at the legal level. Also, a large number of strong projects that have already been integrated in Metis ecosystem have team members from Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, and etc. For now, Ukraine and Belarus have completely legalized cryptocurrency, and it's supported in the country. Even in some places, you can pay for services or goods with crypto. And Russia, for now, at the stage of final approval, so this is a huge sector for development. But I believe that all regions deserve great development, and I like actively interacting with each other, with Norbert and with Nick and as with others. For example, we recently organized 2 MAs with Gate, with CIS and LATAM communities. So yes, that is, we help each other regardless of different areas and sectors. Yes, probably that's all from my side. Thank you. Nicki, you can go next.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think that in LATAM, the crypto development is really huge and it's growing faster than I would imagine so. Because we have a history of bad economy and dictatorship, so we truly understand the benefits of having sovereignty, transparency, and controlling our own data. We are really focusing on how we can do the most with our own money, and crypto gives you that advantage and that freedom. I entered the crypto space 2 years ago, and I see that now more people is interested and they are trying to learn even more. That more companies are being built from LATAM. There are a lot of good companies in the crypto space that are from Argentina and from Mexico. So I think that we are having like a really, really great developing of crypto in the region. I also believe that the LATAM community is creating a path for everyone to grow outside from the conventional industries. We have a lot to do and a lot to learn, but we are really focusing on giving the tools for everyone that wants to build and to do something in the crypto space. And I think that from Metis, we are trying to do that. In MetisLATAM, we are always trying to promote this and to promote education so more people can understand why we are doing this and how they can be involved.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's honestly, it's been really interesting to see the development of blockchain throughout the whole world. I've been in the space since Bitcoin mining was the first thing in 2010, and I've just seen it grow exponentially as I travel. Like in 2019, saw that there were crypto cafes opening up, and just watching how like NFTs developed and DeFi and everything in general, just it's blossoming, and that was only in the past couple of years. So it's just exciting to see how far we can go within the next 5 years even. But with all these developments in place, there's always roadblocks. So I would also love to hear like, what are the roadblocks that you guys see in your regions that are kind of just interrupting these developments? Yaroslav, since you unmuted, I'm going to pick you first.
Yes, I can start, and I think my colleague just will agree with me. So in my probably region, and yes, so the main roadblocks, it's frauds. So many people don't trust in crypto because in this sector there are so many scammers out there, yes. And the legalization of cryptocurrency, its regulation in the future probably will be able to eliminate this problem, but I'm not sure. And I believe that the main problem is distrust, as well as a lack of learning base for new buys in the public domain. Yes, maybe guys also can agree and add something.
Yeah, I think that in LATAM, the lack of regulation, well, not the lack of regulation, but the government is trying to regulate. Um, just recently, for example, in Argentina, the government prohibited the fintechs to use crypto. There were some fintechs that were giving people like the opportunity to buy crypto. It wasn't the best way to do it because it was super centralized, but I think that uh, was also a way to promote crypto in industries and areas that mostly anyone will enter. Like if they didn't know about this fintech, the government just told them that they can't do it. Now they don't promote it anymore, and they don't let people buy it. We still have some companies and some fintechs that allow you to do this, but the regulation and the promoting of the government that this space is only for criminals and the people that wants to do malicious things is growing a lot, and that will end up in the normal people trying to be aware of this and just not being too crypto because they think that only like the criminals are trying to use it, and that's like a lot of disinformation. And we are trying to help people to understand that crypto isn't for these kind of people. It's just for everyone who wants to have control of their own data and to be more control of their own assets. I think that's one of the biggest roadblocks that we have right now, like this information and the regulation from the governments that they don't understand and they are scared of crypto. I think that we need more promotion of what is really true about crypto and what blockchain technology can do in these areas like Latin America. There is a lot of good in being built, and there is a lot of companies and projects that are trying to bring this technology to help build a new economy and a new industry that will really give back to us, like to the users. But I think that this information is one of the biggest roadblocks. So I agree with Yara.
Yeah, I believe I'm next. That's very interesting. It's a very interesting question, and I have a lot of experience with roadblockers, especially in Africa. And the first one I want to talk about is the unclear regulation with the different governments across this particular region. And this has been a very huge roadblock because just recently, about a couple of weeks ago, Nigerian central government has suspended the operations of Binance. And this came just few days or weeks when SEC also sued CZ. And so these are the stuffs that are slowing adoption in Africa. Not only the unclear regulations, but we've seen the older.
Uh-oh. Norbert, I think you cut out.
Things they could use Web2 to do. And with Web3, we all know how sometimes complex protocols can be, especially in the DeFi space. You need to do this, you need to do that. And so that is also slowing adoption here in Africa. Another roadblock that I identified is the fact that trust is still an issue. Like, people do not trust the system. The system, I mean, what is happening in the industry. Because I remember a couple of months ago, I went to an event. It was a crypto school commissioning. It was sponsored by Bitcoin Foundation Africa and Paxful. And one thing that a Web2 industry guy was saying is that because of what happened to Celsius and the bigger companies collapsing, this is something unreliable. And so you see, this kind of stuff's happening, although we are young, but this kind of stuff's happening is also slowing the adoption, right? And so these are the roadblocks I could identify also in our region.
Thanks, guys. We actually just got a few comments from Relentless. Are there any innovative protocols or developments you see coming from your regions? Norbert, Nicki, or Anthony? I mean, sorry, not Anthony.
We just integrated one metaverse project from our region, and we'll be CG next week. So stay tuned, and you can check more info regarding this project. It's from the last integrated.
Yeah, just to add to what Yaroslav said, that is also on our radar in Africa, because we really want to see upcoming companies have a home in Metis, right? And so we are more chasing these projects that need a home for their products. And so we currently have, I've personally reviewed a couple of projects, but then we need actual solutions for the people to use. And we've identified sectors that we think blockchain is being really innovative. And so those kind of startups are really on our radar. And so, yeah, we could see a lot of innovation coming up from our region onto the Metis platform.
Yeah, from Latin America, there is a lot of companies and projects that are already built that they are really innovative and important in the crypto space. We definitely have them in our radar too, and we are trying to promote this into the regions to build on Metis and to bring these solutions. We have a lot of DeFi projects, use cases for
Let's
NFTs.
go for the next question.
What? Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Nicki.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that we were on the next question. So yeah, we have a lot of innovative projects in Latin America. There are a lot of companies that were built in the 2017 that are born in Argentina, for example. We are trying to bring these projects and this
Any
innovation.
problem with mic connection or what, guys? Can't understand.
Oh, Yaroslav, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you able to hear Nicki?
No.
Odd.
I can't.
Twitter spaces are like this.
It's always fun trying to figure this out. But Nicki, did you want to finish or?
No, what I said is just that innovation can bring us from every region. From what we talked before, like we really understand what we need and what the crypto space needs. So we are always trying to bring this innovation from these regions to the Metis ecosystem and to the crypto space.
Awesome. Well, there was also just another comment from Mikauri, saying that of course there are pluses and regulations, but this is only for those crypto enthusiasts who are getting acquainted with the crypto industry. Most people trust banks and they want to see something similar in crypto that will protect their funds. In my opinion, this is going to lead into the next question, but in my opinion, this is what the regulators are trying to help with. The thing is that we can focus on banks, but with banks, you still don't have complete and true financial ownership. You still have to give away parts of your data. Your information stored can still be hacked because they're stored in centralized server databases. So just moving forward onto the next question, in your guys' opinions, what business areas could benefit most from blockchain and crypto adoption? Yaroslav, I want to see that your mic, blah, 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 that the Twitter space is still working for you. So go ahead and start first and let's see what's going on.
First one, it's financial services. So I think the financial industry has already shown significant interest in blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Blockchain technology can streamline transaction, reduce cost, and enhance security in special areas. Crypto can provide alternative forms of digital money, enabling faster and cheaper transaction, especially, for example, for underbanked populations. We have big amount of areas, but I want to also note that we can be good in identity management. I think blockchain can provide a secure and decentralized framework for managing digital identities. By storing identity information on blockchain, we can we can have more control over the personal data. We can reduce the risk of identity theft and frauds. And probably blockchain-based identity system can simplify processes like KYC verification and streamline access to different services. Yes, that's my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with Yada on the financial solutions and the fintech companies. I think that are the most to learn from the crypto space and to use it for the benefits in the area. I think that they will beneficiate most in LATAM because we are always trying to find solutions to get our economy better and to have control of our own money and data. I think that also international trade is a business area that could definitely beneficiate from the tradability of blockchain. There are a lot of projects that are trying to solve this, and I think that so in every area, not only LATAM, will beneficiate from this. I also think that there is a lot of ticketing solutions trying to be solved. Ticketing solutions are being corrected with blockchain and crypto technology. We have a lot of NFT ticketing that are trying to really solve the problems of reselling and the problems that companies have with the ticketing solves. So I think that crypto will really help these companies for the other two areas that I just said.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that, Nikki. In Africa, I think there are many areas blockchain could be used, right? But then if I should mention the very few that I think it's really needed now, the first one should be fintech. Fintech, I mean, for cross-border payments, for cashless payments, for local payments within the community, among others. And we've seen some projects trying to solve this particular problem with payment solutions. This is one area I feel we could deploy blockchain and its numerous advantages to solve these problems. The next one is agriculture and farming, right? I think for our agricultural products, being it crops or animals, we could also use blockchain technology just to solve issues with tracking crops, tracking animals, and all that. Also in healthcare management. One project I was reviewing last month, it's a Nigerian project and it's about healthcare management. It was really interesting. And if they are able to build it to the standard, then it would be very innovative. So these are areas that I think blockchain can be used. Also in digital arts and assets, right? Africa has a rich history of these artifacts, making, in fact, everything about us can be put into pictures. And so documenting it, getting digital history of everything that we find in art is another area that we can also look at.
Did you want to add something to that, Yaroslav?
I think Yaroslav has a problem with his speaker.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Have some
As I was saying,
probably it's my connection problem or maybe any technical issue problem. So it was one more question or not?
Yeah. So just going in from that, thank you, Norbert, and Nicki and Yaroslav. There's so many developments that can be done in Web3. Basically, anything that you can do on the internet can be moved over. Anything that includes a data server, any sort of data transactions, monetary transactions. And with that, I also wanted to ask the community, everyone who's listening, if you have any questions or any input to, I'd like to just kind of open the floor and see what you guys have to say as well. So I'll give you guys a moment. Feel free to request to speak. Or perhaps no one has any questions. Also, if you do, just feel free to send something in the comment. I'm watching the comments as well. But this is coming to an end on our call. I just wanted to see if anyone or either three of you have any interesting events or if you guys are planning anything for the communities within your region within the upcoming month.
Okay, let me start because I'm worried that I can lose connection. So we have different like events and activities in CS community. For example, we have Metis Academy. Through this academy, we continuously enhance our community skills by our educational materials, where we delve into the fundamentals of blockchain and Metis ecosystem. It's on our regional YouTube channel. It's we have different activities with this academy, and you can check in our Telegram and YouTube. Also, we know that our community loves the team's direct connection with the community, so and we like it. So we have monthly YouTube live streams with different guests to bring you the latest updates and answer any questions. For example, recently we had Pavel Sinelnikov from Chorus, and we are planning more live meetings in the future. For example, in July, our partners invited Elena from MetisDAO Foundation to live stream, so stay tuned for the announcement. Also, we plan to join some offline crypto conference next half of the year, since the entire crypto hub community of our region is now based in Turkey or Dubai, so probably we'll be there. Yes, and stay tuned. Thank you. That's my update regarding our regions and events.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Nicki.
Thank you, Kat. With MetisLATAM, we are trying to focus more in universities, because we know that there are a lot of people that are interested, that they will be really great acquisition to this space. So we are organizing events with two universities here in Argentina. After that, we are going to do some live streams with different people from the community in LATAM, so we can really help the Metis community to understand what blockchain is doing right now, how to move in the space safely, like the benefits and the opportunities we have. I pinned a tweet in the Twitter space, so if you are from a Spanish-speaking country, or if you speak Spanish, you can go ahead and see what we are doing right now, and follow us to keep in touch and see what we are going to do next.
Awesome. Just one moment, Norbert. Crypto Games, I see that you are requesting to speak. We'll give that to you just after Norbert speaks. Go ahead, Norbert.
Sure. Thank you, Kat. So we also have some interesting activities coming up in our region. And the first one is we are planning to collaborate with the Accra team. They will be embarking on a university tour. That's about 10 universities in Ghana, and we want to collaborate with them and share along what Metis is doing as a layer 2 of Ethereum. So that's our first event. We also have some educational series that we've been doing all along. And we have the second round of our token drums. Hopefully we start next week. And so if you want to chime in to learn about the different protocols on our network, learn about general blockchain, education, and a lot, please follow us on Twitter and Medium for all that. So these are the two events that we have coming up in our region.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to open up the floor to Crypto Games first, and then to our next speaker in just a moment. All right, Crypto Games, you are good to go.
Yeah, and so I live half the time in Arizona, which is right next to Las Vegas, and Las Vegas has obviously a ton of conferences coming up for crypto. I'm planning on attending one in early September, or one in late September. It's a cypherpunk conference, which is a bunch of it's an NFT conference and Web3 conference that's coming up. It's supposed to be a very big one. So I'll probably be attending that one, and of course, Las Vegas is a hub for other ones. So when I'm back in that area, I'll probably be attending a whole bunch of them, and hopefully promoting Metis.
Cool. Awesome. Anyone who will be joining in the Las Vegas area, please connect with Crypto Games. And then next we have Made Coins. I will add you as a speaker now. Made speaker, I am hearing a lot of background noise. Do you have any?
Yes, hi. I'm new on here to your podcast, and I'm also into NFTs and the crypto area. I like to network, and I'm around the New York area, and I go to like a lot of events. I have experience, as an investor, so I'm just basically looking to like expand my network, and I'm currently right now I'm working on like a project which is in the AI area, and it's not much I can explain because like it's still in the works, but I'm gonna be launching a website soon, probably like within a month from now.
Cool. Awesome. Just a heads up from anyone who has a project that they want to work on, one that they have a pitch deck and everything is, their business plan is readily available. you can always send it over to us. We're happy to see who we can connect with, how we can progress and develop as a foundation, layer 2, and throughout all of our eco nodes.
Yes, and I can help with consultation regarding our CEG since I'm working with this department.
Yeah, awesome, cool. And then just a few updates on the foundation side. We have so many things going on. Of course, we have layer 2. We have a few updates coming from our other eco node Chorus, as well as a few more updates coming from our other eco node Nouveau. We'll also be attending 𝗔𝘐𝑐 in Paris, so please reach out to us if there's any way that we can connect, if there's any events that you would like to be a part of or that you think that we should join. Feel free to DM us here in Twitter. Irina and I are always looking at our messages, so just know anything that you ask, say, or need to know will always be answered by us. But awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining our call. Let's keep this conversation going at any time. And thank you, Nicki, Norbert, and Yaroslav, and everyone for your guys' participation.
Thank you guys for attending.
Thank you, God.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like
Thank
this
you, guys.
Twitter space. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
And come to Argentina on August. We will be happy to have you here and talk about Metis there. So thank you for this space.
Of course. Thank you. See you in Argentina soon. All right.
Have a nice
Bye,
day, guys. Bye.